Yo, what is up, guys? Kinda here. Thought I'd make a little vlog thing for you. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk about today was that Deputy Dildo again today. Like, I think we were looking down. Well, I was over Drew's house today. Like, he lives in the same neighborhood as I do, and he lives right down the street. But what we did is, what happened was I was over there, and then Zach, Wyatt's brother, what he did, he was driving down the street right on his bike, and Deputy Dilder actually walked outside of his house to go talk to the guy, to go talk to Zachary, and at that moment, Zach stopped his bike. Now what Zach was doing is he was actually driving all the way over to our friend Hamza, or something like that. I don't know, he's Arabian or something. Anyway, what happened there is that he saw him, so he wanted to obviously give him a piece of his mind. Now, the way he did it this time was like it was Zach who actually just kept riding around, and he just kept going over his friend's house. Now, what happened was, as he was going on his way back, Deputy Adildo was actually sitting out at his front door, and he was waiting for him to come back. So what he did is he actually came all the way back, and he went down that street because it's the fastest way back. And Deputy Dildo didn't like that, so what he did is he actually got out of his house, opened up the door, and just screamed "faggot." And what this did is only enraged us that much more. So I found that this guy is absolutely digging at anything he can find. This guy is absolutely a piece of white trash, which he calls us over and over again. But I found that this guy just absolutely has no life, and he's really got to give up on us. By the way, if you don't know what I was trying to do there, is that Forest Power, which this guy makes kick-ass videos, he talks like that, so actually just kind of copy a lot of the Call of Duty commentators simply because I think it's funny and it's just different. Anyway, just teleport with the AI outlet. So the first thing I want to talk about today is that I've absolutely done nothing on Oris for the past couple of days, and that's simply because that I've got absolutely nothing to do. I've thought about doing a lot of Slayer lately, and I just found that I'm not motivated enough to really do much of anything. And a lot of the stuff that I want to do actually costs a lot of money, so I've only got 1 mil in my money pouch, obviously, which I think you just saw that. And I don't have that much money, so I'm not really looking for donations, but I'm just trying to find a way to make money nowadays that doesn't involve merchanting or trying to buy something for something lower or something like that and then sell it for higher. And that's pretty much what merchanting is. Now, skills that I really wanted to get up was prayer, and I calculated the amount of bones that I'm going to need, and so 519. So I'll just show you. I'll just show you how much that is. So that's here. Just my calculator. There we go. So, just gonna put that there so I can move it into my inventory when I need it. And now I'll just show you guys how much this XP is actually going to cost. Now, one thing I did actually want to mention is that earlier in this week, my retarded neighbours actually, I've been trying to put in an in-ground sprinkler system, and I think I've already said that before, but they hit a gas pipe the other day, and we had a fire truck come out, and simply they were just making sure like the gas didn't blow everything up, and nothing actually happened with all that, and so that was all good, and it was a good relief. But a thing that happened today is that it was over Drew's as well. We were playing airsoft. Airsoft. There you go. That's how I say it. And that actually looks epic. Corrupted stuff looks amazing. Anyway, what happened was our neighbour that lives right across the street actually had some type of fire, Nah, the fire that they had was not really as bad as one might think. And what happened was they were all outside grilling, just making some food for themselves for the evening meal. And hold on, I'll show you. So it's going to cost me 4.8 million to actually do the Pro XP, which that's a little too much. Even when I had 11 mil, I still found that to be a little too expensive. So I thought of other ways I could do it with like normal bones or something like that, and just manually bury them, which I'd be alright with. But it actually came out to be more money than it did with actual like dragon bones themselves. So I found that to be quite weird. So you'd think that using like the worst of the worst stuff would be cheaper than it would using the best of the best, only a lot slower. But it's not like that. And so actually I had a question on the last video if this is a British accent or if I'm British. And I don't think that, I sound British at all. And I do think I actually sound more Australian than I do anything else. And I'm not trying to call this guy out, but I'm just saying that I'm not, and I'm actually 100% like pretty much Irish, but I can't do an Irish accent. Now, I've lived in America my whole life, and I was actually born here, so yeah, I'm not British at all, not even a tad bit. Anyway, so what happened was they had the AC cooling system, and what happened is it actually overheated. Now, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to keep cool, but somehow it got all hot, and it just overheated itself, and he saw smoke coming out of his basement. So instead of actually investigating what was happening, she just called 911 and ran outside immediately. She didn't even try to do anything else. So I found that quite weird, in that maybe she should have tried to do something else. So what happened is we had one fire engine that poured in, and it was just had sirens flaring out like it was an absolute emergency. And then we had like 4 others that actually came in, and they all like wing wong, or whatever you call it, or here just being like the normal like place or fire truck engine. And as it came in, they all stopped, and I was pretty much quarantined, like the whole road was quarantined off, thinking that they just had an exposed gas pipe down the street, like pretty much right across the street. And then they also thinking that, we've got another fire here, so if that gas is still in the air, which they test for and it was all gone, then we could have a massive explosion going on. And so luckily no one was hurt. The only thing is that there's just a tiny bit of smoke actually let out from the actual AC coolant itself. And so you had 5 fire engines there and a couple of cops. And they're all pretty much thinking that how that was total bullshit and that was just a bad call. And maybe just a little bit of investigation could have kept that 911 call out of the way. They could have just grabbed the fire extinguisher and then turned off their AC unit. But not all of us have book smarts, or pretty much any smarts at all. I still think that Deputy Dildo is absolutely the dumbest guy in the world. I don't care what you have to say. So I got a Sky message. I seriously don't care what you have to say. Should say. No. Anyway, I thought they'd said something else. Anyway, whoa, it's saying in my friends list. Because they have the name, it's funny. Anyway, so Deputy Dildo seems to be like driving up and down the road all day, and after he called the kid faggot, he's been actually trying to seek out Wyatt's brother Zachary, and that kid's actually around 12 years old. So if this guy lays a single hand on him, we're actually going to get a restraining order and try to get this guy behind bars. Now, I didn't really think that I was going over the line with just the actual like normal physical touches that he did on me. But I thought that this might go over the line if he actually touches the other guy. Now, me and Drew have been playing airsoft with around like 13 other guys around the neighbourhood, And what we've been doing is me and Drew have been carrying concealed knives. Now, I know that's illegal, and well, it's not illegal to carry a concealed knife, but we're doing it for our protection and our protection only. Simply, if he tries to pull a knife or tries to pull a gun on us at all, we just pretty much take out the knife and we throw it across wherever, and people need to stop messaging. God damn it, I'm going to get off Skype. Okay. And so, yeah, that was kind of bullshit, and this guy's actually going to try to seek us out, trying to grab us. If he does any physical contact whatsoever, I'm not afraid to go off. And I won't grab the knife or anything like that outrageous, but what I'll do is simply just lay my hand on him and tell him to back off, and if he doesn't, I'll simply just wail on him. This guy really does not freak me out or intimidate me whatsoever. He's just quite a nuisance, and he just really needs to be dealt with the way like I deal with a normal person. Now, if it was anyone else, if it was like some just random guy who did this, I'd probably slug on his face. But this guy, I really want to get under his skin. Now, when I'm talking to this guy, he's just a simple douche. Like, there's really nothing else to it. Now, we gave him the name Deputy Dildo simply because we've got a guy around around the street that we ding dong ditch his house every now and again. And simply what we do is we call him Disability Check Dan, because he's like, fat and he's a dick. And so we ding dong ditch his house, and he likes to call the police on us. Now, we're normal good kids, like, we're just like having fun and all that. But, sometimes we do step over the line. I mean, we recognise that we've done it. But this disability, or this dildo Dan, or whatever the fuck he's called, has really gone over the line with this, and him realising this is going to take probably years. So I think the best way to get it through his puny little mind is to actually slug on his face. Now, I'm not one to be a violent person, but I see a douchebag and he's literally called me out and tried to attack friends and all that. I find that this guy really needs to be taken care of. Now, my dad says that I should probably stay out of it and not talk to him about it, but that's not going to happen. I'm actually going to seek this guy out, and I'm going to find him, and I'm going to give him a piece of my mind, and if any physical contact is made, I'll be sure to check it out. Now, he may be a scrawny guy and a slight build, but this guy's 35 years old. He's got no experience training, like, as far as combat. He has absolutely no idea how to deflect a punch, simply because I can tell his body character. And I can also tell that this guy's actually just a piece of shit, and the only thing he's got is talk. Now, this guy's got absolutely no build on him. What he does is he drives lawnmowers for a living. Now, this guy absolutely makes no money when actually, working. So this guy gives me shit about it, and, this guy can say as much as he wants, but, when it comes down to it, we get in the ring, I kick his ass. Now, I think y'all have seen, previous videos of me, and, I think the last one I had out was, 3 months ago. But I've actually been working out at the gym and actually, maintaining this, build. And I do like it, I can't actually get big, obviously. Even if I wanted to take steroids, I just don't have the body type to do that. But, maybe in future dates, maybe I'll be able to. And I don't know how I have 500 of fire runes, because I haven't sold them recently, but that's kind of cool. I was actually hoping for a rune crafting level this video, but it seems like this video wants to be retarded and not really work with me, so I don't know what skill I can use this on, so let's look at it. I'm going to try not to pull a silent core here. I'm actually going to turn my private on, simply because I've got a feeling that I'm going to get at least one message. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. I've seen within the past couple of days at school, my improvement in school has actually been working a lot better. I used to be able to do homework easily, and it'd take me around 5 to 10 minutes each time. But now it's actually been taking around 2 minutes to complete a full homework page, and that's simply because I've been paying a lot better attention in class and all that. So it is quite nice to be able to do homework assignments quite easily. And I actually did just buy a book, and it's called The Living Dead, or something like that too. And all this book is, which I thought it was stories about all good stuff, and It's not. It's actually a piece of shit. Um, okay, so I had to talk to that guy. This is the leader of, or the second leader of my clan, of one of the three leaders, and his name is Nami. Now, for all of you who don't know, is that this is the Samurai cult, and this is actually, it's got, how many members does it have? I think it's actually quite close to 500. But yeah, you see we've got quite a few members. Let's see the clan settings. Our home world is 70. Time zone is, I don't even know what the time zone is. That's the official clan threads for anyone who wants to go there. Signpost permissions, nothing, access, yeah, all that. And that's about it. That's for the clan. I'm actually going to end this commentary here simply because I don't seem to be in the mood today to ramble about this absolute douche. And I've got other commentary subjects about this, like, I mean, I can talk about my girlfriend and all that, but the one thing that I did actually want to message or say is hugging from behind is a whole different perspective, and it seems to be a lot more fun doing that. And today is the first time I've ever hugged a girl from behind, except for, like, you know, family member, which I don't think I've done that either, because that's simply just gross. And so that's pretty much all I want to say for this video. Please tell me what you think about it in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like on the video and show me some positive feedback. And if not, negative feedback works too, because that simply shows me that you watch my videos all the way. And as always, I'm listening.